95.1. With Femi D Live, Nigeria Info, Abuja, let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire. On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
All right, then, let's take a look at some of the big stories as we have them across the papers for today. We'd like to review stories from the likes of Daily Trust, The Sun newspaper, Leadership newspaper, Daily Post, and Punch newspaper. Yes, that will complete breakthrough this very morning for today, the 15th day of November 2023. Happy birthday to my dear staff, our dear one, our dear people, our dear special one, Mr. Tunde Abdullahi. Today is his birthday. He's in our marketing department. And many of you here call Tunde on this number. Now, please do call him. Today is his birthday. In case you do have his number, he's an amazing person. Congratulations and happy birthday to you again, once again, Mr. Tunde Abdullahi. All right, from Daily Trust now. Old Naira notes remain legal tender indefinitely, says CBN. Obstacle polls, anarchy imminent if justice continues to elude people. That's according to the PDP now. Of interest as well this morning, are you feeling the effect of the Naira scarcity? All right, that's something of interest as well, making the rounds. Tongues wag over deportation of passengers from Saudi Arabia. 2027, fresh storm in APC over cost of nomination forms and others. Anxiety in Kano, Plateau, ahead of appeal court judgments. Niger State's quest for recognition. I inherited serious liabilities from my predecessors, says Tinubu. Strike. Workers defy labor in Bauchi, comply partially in Kano. How we escaped, victims abducted from Benue Links boss speaks. Activities crippled at National Assembly, NNPC headquarters over labor strike. Keeping up with other stories from Daily Trust, Lagos street sweepers Sean walk in protest of colleague's death. Edo economy worth $25.8 billion US dollars. Igadalo speaks on this. Igadalo speaks on this. 2027, fresh storm in APC over cost of nomination forms and others. Other stories, Nigerian post-harvest losses rises to 3.5 trillion naira annually. 20-year-old bride sets husband's house ablaze in Adamawa. 6 killed, 6 injured in Lagos-Ibadan expressway crash. Ajaokuta needs 2 million tons of iron ore annually, says DG. Rights abuse, court orders IGP orders to pay housewife 200 million naira damages. Nigerian eyes 50 billion US dollars IDB's African investment. By SFO now, INEC security agents were highly professional, says observers. We will tap into 2 trillion naira Islamic finance market, says federal government. Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi elections militarized, says ex-FRCNDG. Atiku urges opposition parties to challenge APC. All right, let's leave it at that with stories from Daily Trust. And now to the Sun newspaper for today. NLC strike grounds government offices, courts, banks, orders short. Prioritize workers' right over partisanship or Shomale. Old, new Naira notes remain legal tender, says CBN. How we can end insecurity in Southeast, says Kalu. Tinubu negotiates multi-billion-dollar funding package for infrastructure with Islamic Development Bank. Your appeal lacks merit. Abiodun, INEC, APC tells Adebutu and PDP. INEC has derailed, says PDP. Article calls for opposition parties merger, opposition parties merger, cautions against one-party state. Although now rudderless, everyone moving in different directions, says Akeredolu's ex-aide. Bayelsa now, observers commend INEC for peaceful conduct. Election petitions, judiciary tsunami at appeal court. Nordic Nigerian connect, CBN threatens to sanction illegal forex transactions. UNICEF commits $1 billion investment in combat in adolescent crisis. Nikon wants insurance against dealing with unlicensed agent brokers. All right, NFF president assures Nigerians of World Cup ticket. Omeru desperate to play another World Cup. Obaseki hails insurance goalie Obasoge on call-up to Super Eagles. All right, well, that covers the Sun. Now to leadership for today. CBN ways and means fueled inflation, weakened Naira, says Sanusi. 6 die, 6 injure in Lagos Ibadan auto crash. Can we measure election integrity? Kogi Imo Bayelsa polls worse than general elections, says PDP. Again, court stops Anyanwu from parading self as PDP scribe. Appeal court president urged to clarify alleged connection with APC. We have clues on killers of Anambra YPP ward chair, says police. By a letter agreement, Nigeria sends 179 students to Russia. IPM asks opposition to support Uzodinma of Sekupol's Buhari PDP, governors, Arawa groups commend INEC. Imo Gubernau, CUPP, opposition lawmakers rejects results. Ex-vice presidential candidate says Tinubu's policies will fix economy. Again, court stops Anyanwu from parading self as PDP scribe. Nigeria sliding into one-party system, Article 1. Nasarawa, Governor Sule urges scam ahead of appeal court hearing. All right, well, these are just some of the stories here and there. Also, Napoli sacks coach Rudy Garcia. Mazzari returns. It was hard to refuse Saudi offer, says Osimhen. All right, away from leadership, now to Daily Post for today. I inherited serious liabilities from Buhari, Tinubu. We need to merge to save Nigeria, article to opposition political parties. CBN extends use of old 200 naira, 500 and 1,000 naira notes indefinitely. Court stops Anyanwu from parading as PDP National Secretary. TCN makes U-turn after confirming National Grid shut down to Daily Post. Other stories of interest this very morning, now with Daily Post. Off-season election. IGP orders investigation into incidences of violence. NOC strike misplaced or Shomale. As we prepare to take on the phone lines, I'm going to get the chance to restart the phone lines in a short while from now. So just get ready to take the calls on. Saudi cancellation of visa. Federal government calls for calm. EFCC operatives forced me to agree to refund 1 billion naira ex-BPE DG Dickey. Senate Moore's new law to privatize NIPOST. Other stories, PDP bows to court order, appoints acting national secretary. PDP rejects Ude Okoye as national secretary. Governor Sanwo-Olu versus Road Vivo, appeal court to deliver judgment November 15. Annex server claim Dino Melaye should be arrested, says APC. Court stops Anyanwu for parading as PDP National Secretary. Sokoto Gilbert Paul, Court of Appeal reserves judgment. Super Eagles hold first training ahead of Lesotho clash. And finally, to punch for today. CNG will reduce cost of production, says FG. Ajaro's alleged assault. Federal government knocks labor. Strike records partial compliance. Police launch manhunt for killers of Lagos politician. 40% IGR deduction will impoverish varsities, says ASU. Ogun students arrested for poisoning girlfriend. Poverty unacceptable under my leadership, says Tinubu. 35 million naira needed to return body of Nigerian student, says ministry. CBN extends validity of old naira indefinitely. Elections over. Reform economy now. And ban, tells Tinubu. Atiku canvasses merger of House APC. Sacked agencies. Members sue Adeleke and demand 2 billion naira. All right, well, these are big stories as we have them across the papers for today. Do remember the stories have been published on the editorial guide of various publishers. And we on Nigeria Info have informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Okay, then, let's take on your calls on the phone lines. That's 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 08095974869. And yes, via WhatsApp would also be a good way to call it on 080-999-999. That's 999, by the way, 30137. Let's go to the phone lines as we take your calls. Do remember, the calls have been... do remember to follow through with the editorial guide. Don't mind me, I'm looking at the Van Persie go. How many of us remember Van Persie? He played for Arsenal, he played for Manchester United. Oh dear, that goal. Dear Lord. Okay. So do remember the cause as we take on your course to follow through with the editorial guide. Your course needs to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as to share with us on Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
All right, let's make due use of the WhatsApp.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir, Femi.
Good morning, welcome.
Yes, sir. My name is Abila, and happy birthday, Naria, sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. God bless your new age.
Amen.
Sir, Femi, all Naira notes remain legal tender, according to CBN. What happens to the new Naira note that they say it has been printed and is going to be in circulation? So I believe since the past government has said that it's going to be extended till December, that the old Naira note is going to cease to be a legal tender by December. So I believe that the new Naira note is supposed to be in circulation to phase out the old Naira note. But we are not seeing the new Naira in circulation. What happens to the printed new Naira note? That is my question.
I suspect they're fading the new Naira notes out. I suspect so.
Okay. So, and that is by the way. The city boy, our president, has said he is going to start from where Buhari stopped. And I believe the city boy doesn't have to complain.
The president?
Fix our country. Yes, the president. Because he was the one that was calling himself a city boy when he was campaigning for...
Yeah, and campaigns are over. Let's do him the honor of using his appropriate title.
Oh, okay. So I take that back. So, Mr. Femi, now that he's in power now, at least he has the responsibility to fix Nigeria, not complaining. You know. So since you have the capacity to fix Nigeria, that was what you told us when you were campaigning. So now fix the country. We are in a mess. Fix the country. We don't need to be complaining. Well, good luck was out of the office. That was what APC was saying, that PDP. Now APC was out of office. Now another APC is in now.
Right.
So fix our country. That is what we demand from them. Thank you, Mr. Femi, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Grateful to you. Good morning to you.
Sir.
Welcome to the show. Good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, that doesn't stay true. Good morning to you. Thank you, but I can barely hear you, dear friend.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
No, it's not working out. Please do call back. Good morning to you.
Good morning, what class, Dr. Femi Diamele?
Welcome,
I
sir.
remember Mustafa Bakar Ali Ketin Pekin calling from PW Kubwa.
Okay.
Happy birthday to our own, the man from behind the scene, Mr. Tunde Abdullahi.
Yes.
I want you to know that you are a birthday mate to my last daughter, a son who just turned 1 this morning.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. What class of Femi Damale?
Yes, sir.
CBN, the governor made the right decision. That old Naira note, you know that it has more quality than this new Naira note. You keep this new Naira note, before you know it, it's fading away, it's losing its texture and potency. That is a good one from him. And for Mr. President, said he inherited a battered economy. My brother, if it were the opposition that won this presidential election, I think Buhari and all his ministers will be in jail. I know a lot of people will not be happy with what I'm saying, but that is the fact. Considering what the NSA said, if it were the Labour Party or the PDP that won, believe you me, the kind of worm that would have come out, ooh la la, it would have been more very oozing. Unfortunately, Mr. President, you said you are ready for the job. Oh yeah, work, don't show, start work. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you as well for your views. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, good morning.
I'm in support of the last caller. The new Naira note should be phased out. It looks more fake than the old Naira note.
Okay. Do you mind stepping away from where your listening device is, away from where the radio is, if I'm right about that?
Hello?
Yes. Just move away from your radio. Move away from your radio, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you look at the new Naira note and the old Naira note, you will find out that the old Naira note is more quality than the new Naira note. They should face the old new one out.
Okay, I think we get the point there. Okay, thanks for your view. Good morning, Femi. I'm watching live from Yola. That's Jerry Elisha writing that in. Mwazi John Lasese from Buhari says APC don't want the truth because Malaya exposed you. It should be arrested for what? Well, we will meet in court to decide who actually won the election in Kogi State. Jibril Garba Shafa says, good morning, Femi. Happy birthday wishes, long life and prosperity. Thank you. Silma Benjamin says, when government canvasses for economy reforms and yet move around with long convoy and expensive cars, you begin to wonder if the money is not what is needed to reform the economy. Good morning, Femi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Yes, good morning.
Happy birthday in Arias.
Thank you, sir.
Beaucoup life, beaucoup money, beaucoup children.
The beaucoup money, amen. The children part, let's edit.
This is Donald is calling from Niger State.
All right, welcome.
I strongly support Tinubu Peking. I support him. I think about Tinubu should do something. He said he will do the job, he should do something. About this CNG gas, they should fix our refinery. It's foreign now. They have to import CNG gas before we use. I think they should just fix our refinery. I don't know why you have crude and you'll be looking for means to drive your car or machine or other things. I think they should fix our refinery. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Also, Francis says the federal government should endeavor to address the demands and plight of Nigerian workers to end the ongoing labor strike. A stitching time saves 9. May God help us. Also, Francis from Enugu State there is watching from Amagunze in Enugu State. Prince Innocent Smart Obi did join in and says, good morning, Femi. I'm watching live from Juan Kwashe in Niger State. Nigeria is heading to one-party system, says Atiku. Is Atiku that caused all this mess for us, right? Okay. Maxwell says, good morning, Femi. This is Eze watching you from Cuba. Thank you as well for that. All right, let's put it on hold. When we do come back, read more messages and take on your calls for this very morning. Well, I don't know what you make of it, but it appears the Imo State governor has taken out time, Governor Uzodinma, to explain a little bit about the incident around Joe Ejero, the NLC president. Whether it's an apology or it's just a passive comment, it refers to it as well. Former CBN Governor Sanusi has also made some very interesting comments about Nigeria and many other details you love to listen to for yourself right here on Morning Crossfire with Femi Live.
Jerry, where are you rushing to?
Tell me you don't hurt.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.